Yeah, the problem that critics would say to that, sir, is that Vladimir Putin, as early as 2005, was saying, do not put NATO countries on our border. When the Warsaw Pact countries dissolved their alliance in 1991 and 92, we told Russia we wouldn't put NATO countries on their border, and then we did it. Lithuania, Latvia, we did it, and we're doing it again. I mean, is that not a provocation to Russia? Do they not have a right to say, wait a second, you promised us 20 years ago you would never do this, and you're doing it anyway, in spades?
I've heard about that ostensible promise, and Jim Baker wrote about it in his book. But it may imply that it's a little vaguer than what some of the people have said it was, a really firm commitment. But there's no doubt that Putin has an argument that the West has come towards him, and now, he's coming towards the West. But I still don't think that justifies him basically taking over Crimea or taking over the rest of the Ukraine.
Well, no.
No one's made any
I'm not suggesting that. But the fact of the matter is, and hold on, because I'll say this. I don't think that Ukraine is some innocent bystander in all of this. Ukraine is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Always has been. It's the money laundering capital of the world, for God's sake. Why do you think the Bidens went there? It's an easy place to launder money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fact.
You're right. They're no saints. They're no saints, and that's why we held up the Javelin missiles for a couple of years, because they were so corrupt. I mean, they're the only country that makes Bulgaria look clean.
Exactly. They make Bulgaria blush. You got that right, Ambassador. And yet we're shoveling $60 billion. $60 billion to that place. We can't secure our own southern border, but we're shoveling $60 billion to Ukraine.
We can secure our border. We just don't want to.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. But here's the other problem with the $60 billion, Mr. Ambassador, and I think a lot of people would agree with this. Most Americans, if you spun the globe, they couldn't point to Ukraine if they tried. They couldn't find it on a map if they tried. And yet here we are, taking American taxpayer monies and shoveling it all over there. And that part, I think, really rubs a lot of people the wrong way.